Hello folks! Today we're looking at how to back up a Moodle course in Moodle 2. We're logged in as a teacher to our course, and in our settings block we're coming into course administration, down to the sneakily described link, backup. Clicking on that link takes you to the first panel of the backup settings page. You'll notice that we've got include enrolled users and anonymize user information crossed out. I can't select either of those. The anonymised user information has been forced at a site-wide level by our administrator, but including enrolled users is turned off by default, although our site administrator could choose to turn it on for us. It poses a bit of a security issue having teachers grab all the user information in their course, but it is worth discussing at your institutional level. It may be that it's easier for the teachers to take the backups, including all the user information. Remember that when a student unenrolls from a Moodle course, their information kind of goes with them. So if you want to protect all the assignments they've submitted and the grades information that they've got in the course, the best thing you can do is talk to your site administrator about taking backups that have user data included. For now though, we're focusing on just taking the structure that we've built up as a teacher. So particularly when you're working with your colleagues, it's a good idea to take a backup when you've done a really large amount of development work so that you can protect what you've invested in. So we're going to click Next here. And it gives us a rundown of all the topics we have in our course and each of the activities within it. You can choose to deselect entire topic areas, and if you do that, the activities within them won't come up in that backup. You'll notice now it's just refreshed and the news forum is greyed out because I've deselected the general topic. This also means that if I want to only include the New South Wales information label, if I deselect topic 1, I won't be able to just include that New South Wales label. For now, I'm taking a first backup of this course, so I'm happy to keep everything here. The next panel of the backup area is finalising these settings. It's a confirmation and review page, and you can see where we're up to up the top in the crumb trail. We've got a file name here that seems really long, but it's broken down into really good components. It's a backup file. It's a Moodle 2 site that the backup's been taken from. It's a course, and the number of this course is 8 in the database, and the name of the course is Demo. This is the short name of the course. Behind that, we've got a date and timestamp for when this backup's being taken. That is the most accurate number you can get for the version of the backup file that you're looking at. Much more accurate than, say, Lindy's backup version 2. Right at the end, we've got the file type, .mbz. This is Moodle's backup zip format. You'll only be able to inflate this backup file on another Moodle site of at least the same version or higher. So backups don't work in backwards compatible. You can't restore a 2.4 backup file to a 2.3 site and have everything work successfully. Okay, it's our last chance to check what we're including, but we can come down the bottom and click Perform Backup. And it worked. If we click the Continue button now, we're taken from the Backup area in the Settings menu to the Restore area. This backup's been created by a teacher, so it's sitting in the User Private Backup area. This means it's actually sitting on the same server as our Moodle site within the Moodle data folder on that server. So if something happens to the Moodle site as a whole, this backup's going to disappear. What we need to do now to be absolutely sure is download this file somewhere that we have access to and that's separate away from our Moodle site. You can also choose to restore a backup file from one Moodle site to another. So if you've done a lot of development work, say on your own computer, on your local Moodle, or at a different organisation and you've got permission to bring across some of the activities from there, you can restore a backup file from here. Manage Backup Files allows you to delete any old backup files that you don't need anymore, or add up new ones here, so you can drag in extra backup files into your user backup file area. For argument's sake, let's say we need to restore something that's included in this backup file. We can click Restore beside it. It tells us what the backup file is and where it came from, and what was included in it. Clicking Continue lets me choose where I want to put this restored backup file. As a teacher, I only have access to the courses that I teach in on the site, and at the moment, this person is only enrolled into this one course. So we can choose to merge the backup into this course, or delete the contents of this course and then restore. Now, if you're sitting on a Moodle site that's 2.3 or previous, be very careful with the delete the contents of the course and then restore, because it will lose your user information. You'll be restoring this file over the top of your existing course, which means it will lose track of the fact that you're an enrolled user in the course. You'll need to talk to your site administrator to get access again. If you're going to merge the backup of this course, you need to be careful because it will create a duplicate of anything you copy over from the restored version. But merging is often the safer option if you're not entirely sure what the differences are between the backup file and the course you've currently got. So we're going to click on Merge and Continue. Our next step is what things do we want to bring across from this backup file. So for now, I'm just going to include everything. And click on Next. At this point, I have the option to rename the course and to override the current course's configuration settings with the settings from this backup file. Now, obviously, that's not going to make any difference at this point because we're using exactly the same course. I'm going to deselect section 1 and just bring in the news forum for a second time because it's at the top and makes it easier to demonstrate. Clicking Next. At this point in the restore process, I really encourage you to go and get a cup of coffee, take a quick 5-minute walk, come back to the screen with fresh eyes. The next screen we look at is the overview screen. On that review screen, it gives you a last chance to check that you've got what you want and nothing that you don't want. If you realise you've selected the wrong item here, now's the time to scroll down, go to the previous screen and change the settings. I'm comfortable with what I've got, so I'm clicking on Perform Restore. It's worked, so I can click the Continue button and go back into the course, and you'll see that I've now got 2 news forums. By turning editing on, I can delete one of those forums really easily. But notice how there's no distinguishing feature there to tell me which one's the new one and which one's the old one. If you know you're just replacing a particular activity, then I encourage you to set the one you're replacing to hidden view so you can tell the difference when you restore the new one.